All right, waking up here on Friday, May 14th in Covington, Virginia. Another absolute beautiful day. We're going to attack section 3 and 4 today. Knocked out 1 and 2 yesterday, got in around 7 p.m. yesterday, so definitely a long day in the saddle, but feeling pretty good this morning and ready to attack the next sections. Did come in fumes, and none of the gas stations, at least right by the hotel, had fuel. So we're going to go out here and search for fuel and then jump into the trail. So section 3 is Covington to Moorfield, which will cover 188 miles. And then we'll jump into section 4, which is Moorfield to Shepherdstown, another 142 miles. But I hear that's a little bit more pavement. So hopefully we'll be able to move through that quick. It'll be a long mileage day, but luckily we get to end in our own beds. So from Shepherdstown, we'll each go our own separate ways and then sleep in our own bed before attacking section 5 the next day. So let's jump into it. Alright, just hammered out that sweet gravel section. Back to a little bit of chip and tar. Unfortunately, Mario's 990 is leaking pretty significantly from the front brake caliper. So I think he's going to take a little bit more direct route. He's with us now, but I think he's going to break off and take a street ride back to his house. We're about 2.5 hours, I think, from his way. And then Jordan, Pete, and I will continue on section 3 and get into section 4. It's about 10 a.m. So far, some decent gravel sections. I'm not sure if later in section 3 it turns to more pavement, but so far today, for the first hour at least, it's mostly gravel. We're only about 20 some miles into the loop though. Mario followed us out on this latest gravel section, but him and Pete are gonna head home and cuddle or work on their bikes. I think Pete took a digger yesterday. He's got a few things he needs to fix. Mario's brake is getting worse and worse. A lot of fluid coming out, so he's headed back. Jordan and I will continue forward. Very short piece of pavement, and we're right back to the gravel. So we're closing in at 11 a.m., about 50 miles in. So I think section 3 is 188 miles, so still got a ways to go, but should start clicking off some miles here. Seemed like forever section of gravel and dirt. Only sitting at 93 miles now. Popped out onto some asphalt. Ride this out and then try to find the next gas station or a spot for lunch. It's a little afternoon. So 3 hours in and only 93 miles. Still got a long ways to go. Alright, so it's not looking good. Jordan's dumping oil out of his bike. Following the trail here. Looks like it's on a while. I don't see it anymore, so not looking good. He was the navigator. We don't have any self-service. Luckily we got one running bike. Not sure exactly what happened. I mean, he's got a massive skid plate on there. I don't see where he hit anything. And we were just on a road section. It doesn't look like we're gonna finish the Mabdr at all. We were about 134 miles into section 3. Of course, no service here. I think there's a town a little bit closer up. I mean, I guess the only good news is we are along a road versus being way up in the mountain trail somewhere. But I think that will end our trip. So he said he heard a loud noise right around here. So right around that cycle work sign, and then you can see the trail of oil here. Right by that cycle work sign, there's a huge, like something blue and just sprayed there. It's right at that white sign is where it's just a one big puddle, and then there's a trail to here. Yeah, I mean, at least you're not going to go very far, but maybe we can get in a little bit better spot. I guess he's just running her without oil. Not sure how far she'll get. It's got to be internal. I mean, because it all just looks like it happened in one spot right by that white sign. And we've been on pavement for a little bit. Yeah, there's the guy there if you want to go up. Alright, so it looks like we're riding nut to butt. 2.5 hour ride home. at least to Jordan's home, and then I'll bring the truck back. But luckily we got it to a real safe spot. Super nice guy. Allowed us to keep the bike there until Jordan can kind of get back. So at least it's in a safe spot. I guess it's one thing to just make sure you don't ride alone. So we did get through section 3, about 130 miles into the day. Got through kind of the 3 creek crossings. It's really hard to see what happened. I don't see any damage from actually anything hitting the bike. It has to be internal. Not sure what this means for the rest of the trip. Jordan was the navigator. I don't think Mario is going to continue. So this might be the end of the Mabdr, and I'll take another stab at it once I get kind of my own GPS and get another group together. But we're going to go ahead and hammer out these miles, get over to 81, and then just the boring 2.5 hour ride home. Then Jordan's got to come all the way back and get his bike and figure out what's going on there. So definitely not how we wanted the trip to go, but was having a blast up until this point. All right, so thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you all next time.